And I still have problems with it now, like overly sensitive to temperature. Like I can't walk around on a cold floor. Like cold to me is a pain feeling. It's not a temperature feeling. And like my legs never came back as strong or as explosive or as powerful. I've always got to work at that. And then 12 months later, because I was so young to have a spinal fusion done of that size.
So what sort of age was this?
2006. I was 23.
Damn. So just after the States?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, just after that.
So you would have come home being somewhat on top of the world, feeling pretty good about America.
Well, yeah. So raised in the US, came home, got selected for like our elite rider training camp at the AIS.
Yep.
I remember doing that at the end of 2005, and not far into 2006 that happened, and it that sucked, because then I had all that scaffolding in my back for the next year, knowing that I had to have it all taken out at the 12-month mark, so I had to go back in for another operation and take it all back out. Yeah.
So have you got any scaffolding in there still?
No.
It's all out?
Fortunately.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realise at the time. I thought, I feel really good. This is great. And then when I had it taken out, I was like, oh, no, I'm actually got way more mobility again now. Because they'd fused it over 3 vertebrae. So when they took it out, I at least got the movement back in one disc. The other one was still fused.
That's... When you're talking, like, you're saying, I broke a bone just before you sort of shrugged the bones off. But when you're talking spinal stuff...
It was drawn out too, because like 4 weeks after I did that, I ended up with appendicitis. So then I had to have my appendix taken out because the medication was on. Ended up addicted to morphine-based painkillers.
You did?
To like wean off of that. And it was a crap time.
I'm not going to say how'd you get addicted, because a lot of people get addicted to it. But
you don't know until you are.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it was part of the prescription. Like, you take X in the morning, X in the afternoon. This is what you need to keep moving. You need to keep moving. You can't just lay around.
This is your instruction manual. This is what you take.
This is your post-operation care. And I just ended up really sick one day, and I ended up having to go back to hospital. And this was after I'd had my appendix out. And by this point, I'm like, what else is going wrong with me?
It's a pretty bad run.
Yeah, I was not in the best spot. I'm back in hospital, and I'm trying to describe, I feel really sick, like I'm sweating, I don't know what's going on. And they're like, have you had your pain medication today? I'm like, no, I haven't. They give me a hit of morphine. I'm like, click of the fingers, I am good to go.
It's a marathon.
I am good to go. And it occurred to me right then that I had become dependent on the painkillers I was on. So I had to go and see my GP, and I was like, we need to come off this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, wean me off now. I don't care if I have some pain from this. I can't keep taking this, because I can clearly see I'm addicted to morphine painkillers.
Wow. So
I understand how it happens, because I could have never fathomed
easily.
How does that happen?
Yep.
Your body becomes used to it. When you don't give it to it, it's like, could have scratched my skin off. It's ridiculous. It doesn't happen to me, but it does.
It can happen to anyone.
Can happen to anybody. And so ever since it taught me a lesson, I'm real cautious with painkillers and that type of stuff since.